72.45. So something like that. There's no distinct advantage to either player adding the 2 extra minutes back. So we're just going to leave it. But, yeah, that'll be, or this will be fun for me to try and edit. Um, okay, so we're on to, oh, nope. Poe did a 4 straight slam. Is there a way for him to remove it? The disarm? Oh, BB-8. BB-8's how he removes the disarm. Interesting. Well, I don't think you're close enough to shoot at ZZ, so probably is not gonna spend the charge. But excuse me. Goal over the next couple of weeks is we're gonna stream some more Top Gun League, and we're gonna do some more Nickel City. It's playoffs time, so tomorrow night. Oh, he can coordinated the focus, did the slam, did the boost. Poe just basically did a 7 straight. That's okay then. So we got a 3v2 Poe or 3v4 Poe versus ZZ, and yeah, nice little warning shot. Terrifying thing that just happened. But if you're Snipes, you know that Poe doesn't really have a great vector to come after you. So it was a dive bomb into a where do we go now? So, um, actually, there we go. Had it off center. So round 2 now. Now we're gonna start getting points from the middle. We're gonna see half points. Buddy out here promoting me better than I'm promoting myself. Just looked on the Nickel City Discord. I should see if I could get some games in for uh, my pod. So if anyone here is watching from the Iceman pod, uh, let me know if you want to play this week. Alright, round 2. Snipes is first player. Not really a lot of overlap looking at both sides. The only overlap are the 4s, so... The 4s that are nowhere near each other. Merle coming in, I wouldn't say fast, but fast enough. Gonna evade there. Finn. All according to plan. Right in, or Merle is right in, oh my gosh, Finn's bullseye. I will stumble over words today. I apologize. Yeah, he's still gonna focus. Could see a coordinate from Rose to barrel roll him, but I don't know why you would barrel roll. Oh, well, that should have been a roll. Or, yeah. Never punished, though. So, that may have been why he was considering the barrel roll with Finn. And why, in the grand scheme of things, probably should have moved Rose before. But, no, actually, that's not bad. And you get to calculate for your troubles because of C3PO. So yeah, that's not the worst thing in the world. Stomaroni and Kazuda. Yeah, I'm not sure myself. Noah gonna slam in. Flip the crit, which was a loose stabilizer. Oh, that's right, I forgot to do that. Always forget that the fireball, while quote-unquote 6 hull, has 1 less. Alright, ZZ too hard into a 2-bank boost. Focus 2-bank boost, something like that. Does Tally have a... I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this Tally as well as I thought. She does have a coordinate. Ooh! Making sure Merle stays alive there. And Poe just bump. If you're Poe, you know that you're not the target here. So I wouldn't even stress focus. I would just keep your options open for next round. Yep, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So Poe's going to shoot first. ZZ spends and gets it right back. So it was a shot that we assume would do nothing, but now ZZ range 2 to Stomaroni. 2v2. It's a pretty good roll. 2v1 because of the pseudo outmaneuver, that's right. And Stormaroni takes one. Now Snipes is Kaz. Gonna shoot at Finn, which I don't hate, but I don't love. Tally makes him roll one less, so hit crit. And Finn is just gonna get out of it. Maybe. Possibly. I think he's thinking, do I spend the one? Or take the one? He is going to take the one. Or not take the one. I know words. Gonna keep shooting at Finn. I mean, yeah, Finn is, even though he's in Initiative 2, one of the most annoying ships in the game. Heroic? No, no heroic. So hit crit. Stormaroni does not have heroic. So no hits. It's just one of those things you assume every ship has heroic. Finn wouldn't have taken anything anyway. So, all right, now Kylorene's gonna shoot at Merle, which, I mean, yeah, you have 4 shots in the Merle, so yeah, makes sense. Especially when you roll like that. Gonna take 2 shields down on Merle. And that is 1 point. So, ion cannon now. And that's pretty good. So 1 more and ionized for Merle. So now you're just hoping Merle survives the Rose and Finn shots, and thankfully it's range 3 for Rose, and she gets 2 rerolls because 2 friends are in her firing arc. She doesn't need it. So now you're just looking for any bit of paint, and there's all the paint that should have been there earlier. And now we're down to Hero of the Resistance, Finn. He's looking for those double blanks, and it's only 1 hit, so. And Merle needs to spend. Merle is not in a great spot. And 1 hit in the Finn. So he's looking for an evade or a blank is what he's looking for. So there's the blank, adds another blank. Heroic. Finn is the stupidest ship in the game. I hate it. And gets 2 evades. And at the end of round 2, it's going to be 2-1 in favor of Kylorene. Yep, they got it. Okay. It's not whining. I just think Finn being able to add blank results or focus results is stupid. But it's a conversation I had with Greg the other night where adding results isn't really a thing anymore. Um, it hasn't been a thing since 1.0. So to have Finn be able to just add results kind of feels bad. But opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them. And nobody cares. True, but Nora's is way more restrictive than Finn. Nora needs an enemy at range 0 to 1, and Finn can just do it. Plus, Finn can be used on offense or defense, and Nora is just add an evade result. Ooh, my Y Wing lives a little longer. Like, or my arc if you're flying Nora in the arc, which good good on you for giving a ship that only sees play in Republic some love in Rebels. But we know Kaz is going to go straight here because of that loose stabilizer. So, okay. I'm agreeing with you there. But it wasn't XWA that made Finn. It was, I want to say AMG. No, it was Fantasy Flight. One of those two made Finn. XWA can change points, nerf Republic, nerf First Order, nerf CIS, nerf Scum, buff Empire. All right, fam. I disagree, but that's neither here nor there. Why was a 3 Force Pro Torp Anakin necessary? Nah, that's yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they're not game designers. They're just fans of X-Wing trying to. Yeah, but all you said was 3 Force. Plus, Kylo is also 7 points. Like First Order doesn't really have a lot of other options when you're taking Kylo at 7. But regardless, not here to bitch about XWA or anything because I really don't have many complaints about what they've done. There are things I would change, but that's just me. Admittedly, it was their first attempt at making standard loadout ships. Like, I know we're all talking about Kylo and how Kylo is this, that, and the other. As Noah is about to take another damage, but flip down loose stabilizer and spend a bucket charge. Um, they were trying things, um, but you know, we're looking at multiple very powerful resistance ships here, and I just won a tournament. I won a tournament recently with Scum Fen Rao, who I think is arguably better than Kylo. Buddy, just move him to Maverick already. Literally, just move him to Maverick. He's good. He can skip Viper. We understand he wants to go to Maverick. Five hole Beskar, yes, but also he can remove stress and take a deplete, and then remove the deplete and take the strain. So he can Talon roll or K turn, deplete himself, boost like reposition afterwards, and still get a focus. And the downside is he's strained or depleted. Like it's crazy. Yeah. No, 6 point Fen is after having played 6 point Fen multiple times. I only way I've won games is killing. I won salvage mission by killing. Uh, no, I've talked to a couple people who have said that Empire is going to get a buff with the next patch or next points, I should say. They recognize that Empire is not where it should be, and that Empire will be getting a fix very soon. Scimitar 1 is only as good as the ships around it, I would say. 4 points is justifiable for Scimitar 1, um, especially since the only ships carrying swarm tactics are usually Juno or Merrick. So, um, I guess I should close bets. Didn't get any, but that's okay. So yeah. Um, but no, like The lock timing is, yeah, that's the only arguable thing. Um, but when, you know, the best thing you can say in the faction is a 4-point initiative 3 TIE bomber, something's got to give. So, Poe into Kaz. 1 hit. 2 hits into Kaz. Kaz should just be able to shrug it off, and he does. ZZ, no procket, no problem. 2 hits into the Y-Wing, and the Y-Wing takes a shield. And Stormaroni going for the kill. Uh, gets the reroll from the ability, so 2 hits. And Merle, I mean, you gotta spend the evade. We got some Stormaroni on Stormaroni violence. Hit crit. And Stormaroni's gonna take it both. Stormaroni's gonna reroll and take 1. And now Kaz shooting at Stormaroni for a whole lot of nothing. Tally. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I like the SLs, um, but game balance is hard when you um, can't change anything on the card, only the points. So just a shield on Shasa. Should there be a second? Oh, I think he forgot to turn it down before. All right, he is going to spend, take nothing. But yeah, that's the hard part with SLs. You can't change anything on the card, so how do you balance that with a bunch of custom chips? I don't know who this is into. That's Merle. Okay, so Merle is dead. No, I agree. That I agree with. Um, they are very like we would laugh at how undercosted they are. I mean, looking at you know your favorite ship, uh, I actually need a frame of reference here for a second. 14 for the proton torpedoes, 4 for malice, so that's 18. And then we say determination is 2, so he has 20 points of loadout. But oh, speaking of like 200 point, yeah, oddball should be a 60 point ship, like no questions asked. The new Kylo should be like 80. Um, Stomoroni could be like a 55, 60 point ship. But we unfortunately don't use that system anymore. Yeah. No, 100% Stormaroni would cost more than Heralds of Hope Poe. You have an X-Wing with an A-Wing dial? Forget about it. That's a design choice. I would like it more if Stormaroni didn't have R5X3 to just ignore obstacles. But the fact that it moves as fast as an A-Wing and ignores obstacles, but has all the capabilities of an X-Wing, that is my standard loadout hate card. I cannot stand Stomaroni as Finn just eats a rock. What? Yeah, it was Finn that ate it, not Rose. I would argue where do we put Custom Fen? Because Custom Fen I say is 60, 65, something like that. So I would say, honestly, I'd say closer to 80 than 75. Well, no, 75 is yeah. No, I don't hate 75. 58 to 62. So yeah, 70 75 seems about right. I'd be curious to see because I know there's a the legacy community is still pretty strong. I'm curious to see what the 2.0 legacy community says when it comes to these new SLs. Because they have their own points team too, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to check their Yasby. 2.0 Yasby. Wow. Wow. Okay, Kaz. Uh, so they do have um, the Battle over Endor stuff on their Yasby. Um, so okay, so here's what Legacy is doing. Legacy. Oh, that's going to be a friendly bump. And Stomaroni takes their last shield. Um, so Legacy has the standard loadout ships um, in their database, but only the stat bar and the um, actions. So, like, standard loadout wedge is, let me look at it. Standard loadout wedge is 55 points, with his shield upgrade. Um, but he still has his, like, focus boost, barrel focus, gain one focus token after you perform an attack that hits, boost gives you deplete, all that. But you can customize that wedge to be whatever you want. So I kind of don't hate that. Hit crit from Tally. Tally heroic. Yeah, they just took all the upgrades off. And turn them into custom loadouts, but with um, all of the SL abilities and shit. So, like, Kylo would still be Kylo. It would just be 3-Force Kylo instead of 2. But custom loadout. Yeah, exactly. Custom loadouts with different abilities. So that's 3 hits into the Y-Wing. And that's half a Shasa. So, like, the new Fen probably wouldn't get anything. Yeah, the idea of a custom, like that wedge, but custom loadout, like, it's a pretty good wedge. Crit in the Shasa. And that crit is loose stabilizer. Yeah, roll focus wedge is just ridiculous. But, like, I don't hate it. A roll focus wedge is not, you know, that detrimental to the game. It's not game breaking. And the Y-Wing explodes. So, Snipes losing, let me... this is in the tally. So 3 hits in the tally. And Tally takes 2 shields, and that's half a tally. But that wedge specifically wouldn't be too bad. Rose. Ooh, Rose. And Stomaroni takes 2 shields. Oh, excuse me. So now I'm curious. I'm going to look for First Order, see if they have that Kylo. Okay, they don't have that Kylo, but normal Kylo is 79 points according to them. So the new Kylo would probably be, if he kept all his upgrades, probably around 100 points. So half your ship is Kylorene, or half your list is Kylorene. But 6-8, so relatively close game. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. If I had people around me that played Legacy, um, I would 100% give it a shot one more time. But yeah, 74 at the end of 2.0, but right now he's 79. So they must have saw value in Kylo. And if they put in the new Kylo with the 3 Force and the Whisper ability, um, I could see an argument for what's it called, for like 90 points for for that Kylo. But and who knows, maybe one day. I doubt it. I doubt it. So take what I'm gonna say with a grain of salt. Um, but maybe one day, you know, we'll go back to the 200 points because not for nothing, I miss Proton Torpedo Luke Skywalker, and I don't want to feel locked into an SL to take Proton Torpedo Luke. But that's just my stupid opinion. Let Luke have his torpedoes back. So the feeling I get is you just don't like double mods. Oh no, okay. Oh. Oh, you were agreeing with me. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Wasn't sure. But no, yeah, 100%. Like Wedge and Luke need their torpedoes. They don't have their torpedoes. Like the question is, are you really an X-wing if if you don't have a torpedo? Yeah, no, it's really close to 1.0 with the double mods. Like my favorite list from 1.0 was or my favorite list that I never played was Paratani. And Paratani was just fucking stupid. Um, but hot take, my honest hot take, adding force to the game was by and large the worst thing that Fantasy Flight did. I don't know if it's a good hot take, but it's my hot take. And I think if Force wasn't in the game, then we wouldn't be having these conversations about double mods as much. Yeah. Like, just. And this is why I bitch about Anakin. Um, his Y Wing, I would say, is cost appropriately. But every single Ada, with the exception of Shock T and Anakin's standard loadout, is 5 points. So you can take um, two Adas with 3 Force for 8 points. Like, plus they get, system phase reposition. Plus they get a purple Talon roll. Plus they get this. It's. I hate the Ada. Yeah, I think if double mods weren't as easy to get, um, then they would be even lower than they already are, or even higher. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm still like trying to figure out what the fuck my head is doing. Um, but no, yeah, if double mods weren't easy, Ada, yeah, I mean Adas do pop, but you have to chew through their force before they pop. No, that's fair. Yeah. That's true. I keep forgetting about the stealth device nerf whenever I look to oh, what's that ship? I can't remember that pilot. Victor. That's yeah, Mike, that's honestly what it is. If I remember what Fantasy Flight said, um I think that's 3 hits into rows. Sorry, I'm gonna pay attention for a second because I need to. That might be 3 hits in a rows. Rose takes 100% agree, Charlie. 100% agree. Um, so Rose takes 2. Yeah, Rose takes 2. Okay. Um, but no, yeah. What I was saying is, I'm pretty sure Fantasy Flight went on the record and said that ooh, as we get just a crit in a Rose, um, the introduction of 2.0 was an attempt to get away from the generics because when you think of Star Wars, you don't think of generic pilot number 1 or generic pilot number 2. You think of Luke, you think of Wedge, you think of Hobby, you think of Poe uh, as Kaz takes 2. Um, so no, I mean Fantasy Flight. Oh wait, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. AMG. You're right. I thought it was Fantasy Flight. No, you're right. It was AMG. I couldn't remember when the 20 point system went into effect. But it was AMG. You're right. Even still, AMG is just. We all know how we all feel about AMG. So, but they wanted pilots, not generics. And Fantasy Flight was, if we take the toys away, the loadouts and stuff. I want to say Fantasy Flight was more about just putting ships on the table, and AMG was we want named pilots on the table. Their balance ruined it, but I have to agree with Buddy. I in concept it was balanced because you couldn't take one ship, throw a million upgrades on it, and then take another ship with no upgrades, which in the grand scheme of things, like I found a game recently from when I played 1.0, and um that someone streamed on YouTube. Um, that was the slot edits. FFG did the. I wasn't saying the cost of the. Sorry, head is swimming, trying to bring back what I was trying to say. Um, I liked list building with AMG having that limitation on ships as opposed to load up one ship and good luck trying to kill it versus I like that limitation. That Fantasy Flight introduced with the 200 point system. Um, or oh god, I'm tripping over words. I'm sorry. Um, I hope you all know what I'm trying to say. That I like the limitation of upgrades on um, like you have a point value for your upgrades, but only on that ship. I don't know. Like I said at the top of the stream, I'm not feeling 100% today. Um, but there are times I miss the yeah, which is shit. Yeah. No, there are times I miss the 200 point loadout. Um, and would love to go back to it, but if what's it called? if if XWA, so here's a question for everyone. As Stormaroni fails the boost, if XWA tomorrow said we're going to go to a 100 point system, but only but they're going to retain loadout values. So that way, like, you know, pilots are, 40 points, 60 points, whatever, but they still had the loadout limitations of like, You have 20 points of loadout. You have 10 points of loadout. Stuff like that. How would you all feel about that? I'd be interested to try something like that. I don't know if it would work, but I'd be interested to try it. Oh, good lord. Good morning, Dice. Stomeroni only gets to reroll one, and it's not good, and Stomeroni takes the full potato with toppings. So 1, 2, 3, and a crit. And it's a disabled power regulator. And no one knows that that bank doesn't fit. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Um, Separate point pools, um, I think is where I'm at. And his Stomeroni takes hit crit, and it's a direct hit. So both Stomeronis down to 1. And now if you're Noah, you need to kill Rose here. Killing Rose, or killing Finn, I mean, puts you back in the game. Well, hit crit, reroll 1, 2 and a crit. Finn does have a focus, so probably takes the strain, adds a focus, takes a crit. Yeah, I think so Finn takes 1. Um I can agree with you there. But oh, it's a direct hit on Finn. Okay, so Finn's on 1. Um the thing I keep telling myself is the points don't feel great right now. We we all know the points don't feel great right now. But it was their first attempt at making points post AMG. Now they're starting to see the balance, see, you know, what factions are strong, which factions are not, and they can adapt from it, you know? When the 20-point system was first introduced, I remember hearing cries of, this isn't balanced, this isn't good. And then the next couple points updates, it was, okay, this feels better. So give them. Compared to AMG, they're better. But give them time to figure things out. I mean, it's hard to compare. Honestly, yeah, end of 2.0 was almost perfect. The one thing I hated about 2.0 and AMG for that matter. Um, oh wait, he can just R5X3. Duh. Um, the thing I hated about AMG though, or not even AMG, just the introduction of 2.0 is standard versus extended. Half the ships I loved flying in 1.0 I couldn't fly in 2.0 because every tournament used standard as opposed to extended. So That is one thing I do not miss. That is one thing I do not miss. I hated the bid. I remember people would be like, why are you playing a 200 point list? I'm playing a 176 point list. Yeah, blocking in 2.0 was great. The one thing that I'm begging the rules committee to do, like this is not a request, this is not a could you, this is a please for the love of God do this. Get rid of range zero shots, and I don't even really want the blocking rules back. I just want range zero shots gone. I hate it. It's stupid. If you're going to keep it, make it max 1 damage so that you can't do 3 damage at range 0. Like, it should be a, if you're doing a range 0 shot, um, it can do a maximum of 1 damage. Yeah. You know what it is? It just sort of got into my head. The blocking rules, like the new blocking rules, were introduced as a means of welcoming new players into the game. Um, I remember hearing that it was a way to get new players into the game and didn't punish them for bumping and whatnot. But now, and range zero was the same sort of way. Um, if people like rolling dice, they'll go play Warhammer. Like, I'm sorry, that's that's what it boils down to. If people like rolling dice, they'll play Warhammer. Oh, I forgot points for the middle. Like, I don't know how to play Warhammer, but I watch Warhammer YouTubers because I think it's fun. And, not for nothing, when I see a guy take a handful of 50 fucking D6, those are people that like to roll dice. We just like to move little plastic spaceships around the board. Like, that is quite possibly the stupidest thing AMG could have said. Okay, Noah realizes he has to kill Finn here. Oh, 100%. I saw, or I watched a game recently where the guy, um, one of the guys rolled. I didn't count, but I like looked. Yeah, yeah. Um you can do 150 plus dice in one round of 40K. It is stupid. 100% stupid. But hey, people like rolling 2 dice, 3 dice, 4 dice. Like, come on. All right, so he BB-8s the disarm away. So Stormaroni, probably not long for this world. And it is unobstructed, so 3v2. Oh, only one hit. Question is, do you spend the lock? No, he's going to spend the lock. And I spoke too soon. Okay, Stomaroni is dead. One of my favorite factions that I've always wanted to try, but Warhammer is expensive, is Necrons. I've always wanted to try Necrons. They seem like fun. And Finn is dead. Just something about like undead robot, whatever. Oh yeah, you know, with the reanimation protocol. Yeah, the reanimation protocol is what makes me like them so much. I think I like them because Necrons. I honestly forget what it used to be called. It was something weird. I think I don't know. Oh, we'll be back. As much as I don't like Games Workshop for making a game cost like thousands to get into, Warhammer is one of those like surviving the test of time sort of games. Well, yeah, if you want to count, card games, Magic, technically, so Magic is only like 35 years old, but I digress, 40, 35, whatever. Um, you could even include Dungeons and Dragons into that as well. I mean, that's been going for 40 plus years. Mind you, it's books and dice, but even still. So, like, these companies are figuring out how to make games, and if Asmodee didn't, fuck over Fantasy Flight, you know, I think we'd still have X-Wing owned by a company. You're right. You're 100% right. That's really all that game is. Books and dice. I don't know anyone that wants to, you know, take the dive. The only company the only company I could see take the risk, and keyword there being risk, is WizKids because they did Attack Wing. Um, but Attack Wing died. So I could see that. I 100% could see that. You take 45 minutes to set up. You play a 2-hour game, which just puts them away. You shake hands, you move on. Well, Stormaroni's still gonna get shot by Kaz. So what did Tally? Oh, not Tally. Oh, Tally. Okay, there you go, Tally. Focus boost from Tally. I know you don't want to hear it. Yep, there it is. Focus rotate. So you got a shot into Stormaroni to do 1 damage. And Poe's not getting a shot. Tried to boost and failed. So you have a shot to kill Stormaroni, 2v2, 2 crits. And Stormaroni survives. So now you're just hoping he forgot to do the ZZ ability. Kaz, reroll, 2 hits. And Stormaroni dies. And we got a tie game. Oh, Stormaroni does get a shot. He just happened to delete it. Should be... Oh, he was depleted. 1 hit. And, yeah, that's not gonna hit. It might not have been, but since they deleted the ship, there was no way to... Yeah. Wouldn't have hit anyway, is really what Noah showed there. So, 19 to 19. And as a reminder, there are ties in this league. So if neither of these players can find a point in this final round, because this will be the final round, then it's going to be a 20 to 20 tie. And yeah, you can't get shot with well, yeah, Poe can't slam anymore. He can focus boost, he can focus lock, he can whatever. I also need to make sure that he is doing the 2s and stuff, but I haven't been paying attention. So, stepping away from talking about Warhammer and this game for even more. Tomorrow night, streaming what I think will be game 1 of Wolfpack versus Hot Shots for the Nickel City X-Wing League. No, Mega Milk Union. Sherman will be going off against Milkman, I want to say? Or are you playing Phase if you're here? Either way, should be a good game. Noah's going for the kill. He has to. Oh, he's going with the lock instead. That, yeah. And Poe, if you're Poe, you have to go kill you got to go kill Tally. I think you have to focus two straight boost. Gonna try to gonna try to kill Kaz? Oh, he had the focus from the coordinate. So he's gonna try to kill Kaz, which I mean, they're rolling the same amount of dice, so I think I would have just lock uh locked two banks or locked or two, oh gosh. Well, it's gonna be 3v4 and hit crit. If it's a direct hit, then it's a wounded pilot. So Kaz lives on 1. So now it's 2v1. A crit is going into Rose. He does roll 1. Oh, but it doesn't matter because, yeah. So that kills Rose. I forgot to take a damage away from Rose. So your final score is going to be 22-20. Snipes takes it in the last shot. Yeah, Tally was barely range 2. So again, your final score is 22-20. If Kaz had died there, the final score would have been 22-22. But um, yeah, I mean, like I said, I would have gone after Tally. Um, yeah, he got 1 for the middle and then 2 for Rose. So Noah moves to 3-0 in the sorting pod, and Kylorene falls to 2-1, which is still very good. And I think there's 5 weeks left. So interested to see where these players get sorted to after the sorting pod.